after the brew. We'll see.
This is Jose's domain. This is actually kind of how the Atlas Brew started, right? Like Jose just wanted a theory craft about Polis and Polis utility. So there's some history here. We're kind of coming full circle here. And a little side note here is we're 11 episodes away from number 100, and I feel like we have to do something special, right? We have to do something. I don't know what we're gonna
That's
do,
crazy.
but 100 episodes. It's a big deal. Anyways,
It's a huge deal.
Nude face
Glad to be here.
reveal. Nude face reveal.
New
Oh,
face reveal. Wow, that's a good one actually. I like that.
I
Okay,
like it.
let's do
I
that. Yeah.
like it. I like it. Yes.
Let's go.
Shit.
Jose,
Why?
what do you say about that?
Why?
That's your introduction.
Everybody seems very excited except Nude.
Yeah,
I'm the last.
sorry, Jose.
We want your face,
Bro,
Nuke.
bro, come on, bro. I'll think
Sorry,
about
Jose.
it. I'll think about it.
No, we're already doing it, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
He's gonna
It's
shove it
confirmed.
up the
It's
back of your
alpha.
head.
It's canon.
No, but I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here, guys. It's gonna be a good brew.
Yeah.
Yep. And Jose, I think you already had quite an introduction, but how are you, my friend?
Yeah, bro. I even lost my balance. I'm doing great, friend. Yeah, no. I'm shy. I'm a shy penguin, bro. You know.
Are you? I
But
think
yeah.
yeah, we have a solution for that. We go to the amphitheater.
Okay,
You only go to the stage and you turn your camera on.
awesome. Sounds like an awesome plan, bro. Well, I'm feeling great today, you know. Ah, man, Polis. Those are the happiest days in my life when I get to talk about Polis, talk about it, and Polis utility at top of everything. And we have some things that we have been discussing internally to share with community today, like ideas, nothing concrete, some things that we are thinking about out loud, brainstorming, theory crafting. And more important than everything, we want to hear what community feels about Polis utility, like where you'd like to see Polis inside Star Atlas, like what kind of mechanics and gameplay would you find entertaining or exciting to have with Polis. And yeah, this is going to be a very good brew. And Santi, I don't know if I'm rushing by saying this, but we had a new interesting Medium article going out today.
Yeah,
Did you see it?
You both guys are rushing, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. You're allowed.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I think I can drop the link of my article, right?
Yes, absolutely.
We're just excited, man. We're excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine. No, no,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it. You guys are excited about
I
the
think
things
people
you're
will be
working.
excited. Yeah, I think people will be excited after they finish reading it, if they pay attention to the details. But yeah, it's alive. So yeah, that's my introduction.
So it's the 100th anniversary of the signature of the Treaty of Peace. It's a huge day.
Yes, it's a huge day for Star Atlas, huge day for the lore, and lots of implications on the future of Galia, right? So yep, I think it's going to be it's a small read, but surely interesting for people who have been following Galia.
Yeah, huge moment in time. Huge moment in time. It's a celebration, right?
It's a
Celebration of the
celebration, bro. It's a celebration. That's what we are doing, celebrating.
We're celebrating. Yeah, so guys, you open a beer now for this. For sure. Why
Absolutely.
not?
It's not
Yeah.
loading for me, by the way, Jose. I don't know if it's loading for anyone else. Maybe
Let me see. If it
maybe
loads.
someone
Can
else
you guys
wants to
test?
test.
Yeah, it loads for me.
Okay, it's just me. All good.
I think you're banned from Medium.
Yeah, I need to unban you, bro. Sorry.
Okay, that's fair. You know.
My wallet was raised.
Please don't, bro.
Oh, you have to be careful nowadays, guys, with all the airdrops that are going on. Just always triple check whether you're connecting your wallet or any links that you're clicking. Um, gotta be super cautious out there. It's the airdrop season, also scam season. Somebody
Man,
said that in. General
Just
chat.
be safe. Just be safe and never click a single link ever. Just never. Literally never. That's what I do. I just never click anyone else's link.
But what
And
if there is free money in there, man?
nah, man.
Joking, I'm joking,
The prince the prince of Africa or the prince of India is not gonna give you money. So no.
It's the Nigerian prince, bro.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Nigerian prince. But yeah, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving with the noteworthy news. Also, the core episode Magic Eden cover is sending today, so you guys can go and purchase that. I think it's on Magic Eden, or did we make that live on our marketplace? Now I have to double check that. But you guys can go and purchase that now before it ends because it's ending today. Um, then we have the well, you don't kind of covered it, but let's maybe you can spill some beans here.
Yeah,
Navigating
man, I'm
Dude.
Stratless,
excited.
All right,
episode number two with Hano, character art director.
This was a really exciting episode for a couple different reasons. Number one, you guys have never heard from Hano, and that's who I talk to. Number two, the customization that he talks about is absolutely insane. Like, I've never seen a game do customization the way we're doing customization. I'll show you guys a little snippet here. I'm gonna mute it because I want you guys to actually watch it. But just I want you guys to look at just the vast capabilities, options that are available, that are going to be available to you guys in the game. Like the amount of things that you guys can change and customize and do with this stuff is unbelievable. Look at these colors. Look at all this. Look at this. And I can tell you that this is just scratching the surface. And it just goes on and on and
Wasn't
on.
the combination like billions?
Yeah, it's a lot. The combination is a lot, but you can change like so many different colors. There's like the primary color, there's a secondary color. There's like 4 different colors you can change just on the helmet. Um, there's a lot of things you can change with just the helmet, and these customizations are going to be available to everything basically when it comes to your character, and different species are going to have different things. I mean, you guys know that we for the Ooster we saw that they have like different color lights and stuff like that. So
Don't get
different
me
species.
started with those two, bro.
Yeah. So there's going to be different things, but there's so many things you can change. There's so many things you can change. And the cool thing about it with Star Atlas is you have to go out, you have to play the game to actually get these colors, get these patterns, and get all these different things. We're not selling these to you guys. It's you guys play the game, you guys create the skin, and you guys can do whatever the heck you want with it. You want to be a skin seller, then yeah, go out, play the game, create the skins, and sell them to the people who don't want to go do that gameplay loop. If you want to just create skins for yourself, then you could do that too. But there's so many possibilities here. Like imagine like there's only a color that you can get from, and we talked about this with the esports Atlas Brew. Like, what if there's only a color you can get from winning an officially sanctioned Star Atlas tournament, and that's the only way you can get gold, for example. But there's just so
Oh,
many
you really
different
want
possibilities. I really want that. I really want that. But anyways, moral of the story here is there's so many possibilities with customization, and Hano talks about this in the episode, which I'm excited for you guys to watch, about just how many tools we're giving you guys. So, anyways, yeah, that's a little snippet. Hope you guys enjoyed
yeah.
it.
Another thing that I really enjoyed from the episode was just listening at what someone like Hano, like the character art director of Stratlas, needs to have in mind. Like what are the things that he needs to care about for the characters to actually be successful in game, to be looking good, for their actions, movements, and everything to be looking good. I don't want to spoil what are the details that he shares. But that was also like a complete different point of view for me to learn, and it's really interesting. Really recommended to give it a watch. And I think we're publishing this at the end of the brew, right, Dom?
Yep.
Man, for me, this is absurd. Like, I don't see any other game, and I mean any other game anywhere, having this level of detailment in character creation. And I can only wonder what kind of things we'll have once you start building your house, your ship, your skins, like uh, creating your Star Atlas assets in game, right? Man, those guys they are cooking lots of cool stuff, and I surely wouldn't miss this episode
Yeah,
of
there's like
the
it's a
show,
good
man.
yeah, that's a really good point, Jose. There's also like 8 or 9 different visual videos in this episode. And we show a lot of different things. And we show a couple species. We show punobs. We show I don't want to spoil everything, but there's some really cool stuff in the episode. So yeah, give it a watch. We'll upload it at the end here. But appreciate you guys looking at it, watching with me, and the kind words. It's yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. Highly recommended to give it a watch. Again, we will be posting it at the end of the brew. We will be posting the YouTube link for you guys to go take a look at it. Then another thing is that the Rayfam is on sale, and it has only a couple days left with the special offer, where you will also get an Eureka Nourish. So I think you guys should take advantage of that. It's until this Monday, so this is the last brew reminder for getting this special offer. After Monday, you guys are not gonna be able to get the Nourish together with the Rayfam. So make sure to go grab it before the time ends. Very important, very important. Then the Golden Carnival also happening this Friday, where we see live who won in the Golden Ticket event. And this week is actually the Dominic Bain levers. So there are a couple juicy ships that Dom handpicked for the community to win.
Hey man, I had to add some moolah to this week. 25,000 in Star Atlas loot was added to this week, so um, yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good
man.
week. I added some tickets to my own week, so if I win, there will absolutely be rigged allegations.
Absolutely rigged. I hope you
I'll
don't.
tell you something. I'll tell you something. My boy Dominic can't fly those ships, but he sure knows how to pick them. There are some very good ships there, bro.
Ooh.
No way you just said that, Jose. No way you just said that.
So
So
what are
you
you
Awesome.
put
about
in
to
one
say?
golden ticket just because I have the
Golden
levers? Okay.
ticket.
You know what? I appreciate the support, man. Appreciate the support.
So I posted the link of the event on the Atlas Brew chat, so you guys can go right now and mark as interested, so you don't miss the live event on Friday, because those are always exciting to
They
watch.
are super fun, man. We have
See
lots
the
of
live
fun.
reactions. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
love them. Then another big thing is that the games GG nominations were closed, and we are actually nominated for 4 different prizes, I think, which is quite huge. So
Oh my god, I have images. Hold on.
you guys can go and actually vote for that right now. If you go to this link, let me post it in the chat. You guys can go and vote for Stratlas right now. I think we're nominated for 4, and those are
Four,
people's,
yeah.
well, 5 if we count the people's choice. So you guys need to vote for us on the people's choice as well. But we have most anticipated game, best on-chain game, best RPG, and best graphics. And I really think we can actually win them all. So,
There's no way we don't win these, right? You
I
know what?
mean,
I gotta stay
yes,
humble, man. I gotta put on my humble glasses. I gotta put on my humble cap, and I gotta put on my humble suit because I need to remain humble here. But go vote for us, please.
go vote. Go vote. It's important.
Yeah.
I think it's. I don't know about the percentages. They said they shared it, but I don't remember how much of a percentage the community vote had. I think for the people's choice,
Oh, 10%.
it's literally community. But the others, it's 10%. But
Mhm.
let's show them, and let's tag Games GG with all the Stratless clips and everything. They need to see. They need to see what we're cooking, so we win it. It's also they also have like monetary prizes as well. I think it's like $2 million in prizes in total as well.
Oh
So
dang.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And PG, yes, they didn't nominate Star Atlas for the best lore, which
I don't think there's a best lore option, is there?
there's no best lore.
I don't think there is.
Last year there was. Last year there was.
Best graph.
No, there's no best lore.
I'm kind of looking. I don't see best lore. So yeah, Jose can put the pitchfork away because I'm pretty sure there's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. Just
Yeah, bro.
you can put the pitchfork away.
I was kind of sad. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. There's no best lore. There's no best lore. Last year it was, but it wasn't the Games GG the one that didn't nominate Star Atlas for best lore, right? It was the other one,
Yeah, it was the other one.
the Web3 Gamer Award or something like that. But yeah, guys, posted the link in the Atlas Brew chat with the link to actually go directly to vote. So make sure to go and vote for Star Atlas. Don't forget about that. Uh, and then the last thing that I have on my agenda is again the Council of Peace Treaty 100 years anniversary. So I don't know, just if there's anything we missed in there.
No, I think I jumped the gun and pretty much said everything about that.
Respect.
Yeah, but people can read it later. Maybe they'll find some interesting information there.
Can you repost the link? I
Yeah,
see we have more people
absolutely.
now. There's the link. So this year is the 100th anniversary of the signature of the Council of Peace Treaty. So huge, huge. So you guys can go and read that piece of lore. But now, did I miss anything? As always, I ask just in case.
No, bro, you got everything.
We got everything.
Yep.
Cool. So now I think we can go to the main topic. And for that, we of course have here the guy that knows the most about Polis in the whole galaxy. And this topic
Jesus.
is actually the reason why the brews started. The first brew ever was Jose saying, "Hey guys, I want to chat about Polis. Let's go to the voice chat." And that ended up being the Star Atlas brew. So today we're bringing it back again after 89 episodes, and we will be chatting about Polis utility. We'll be brainstorming about Polis utility. We have a couple ideas, as Jose shared, that we were discussing internally, but we are, of course, more than happy to hear ideas and just theory craft about what can be done. Uh, but let's get started with a brief introduction in case there are people that are new here in the brew and maybe they have no clue about what Polis is. Um, I'm gonna ask the Polis prophet, what is Polis and why is it important to say?
Thank you, bro, for the introduction. It really takes me back to those days where we just started theory crafting about Polis. And yeah, man, if we had to define Polis, I would say that Polis is the mind before the body of the whole Star Atlas project. I mean, Atlas is the blood in the system. It's what allows the trading. It's what allows the commerce. It's what allows us to create all gameplay loops that are responsible for the both economic and military layers of Star Atlas. Polis, on the other hand, it's a very special asset because it pertains to the third pillar of Star Atlas, which is the political game. And it's very interesting to see that so far we see, like you can see already the economic layer in function. We can also see on the horizon the military front approaching. And now we are going to talk about this third pillar that is so important that influences so much the other gameplay loops in Star Atlas, which is Polis. So basically, Polis is the tool that we will use in game and extra game to influence the world of Star Atlas. Uh, on the role of Polis outside the game, players who own Polis and lock them in our vaults in the Polis locker, they'll be able to influence how the games works. And this happens through the Star Atlas DAO, which is a decentralized institution led by the Star Atlas Foundation, which will be used to assess the interests of the many players, the many holders of the Polis locker in a variety of topics pertaining to the future of Star Atlas. So basically, this will be the guidance to how the Star Atlas universe should develop, like for and it will hold sizable both funds to use in their activities. Like if the police holders feel that we need to do a marketing campaign, if we should subsidize players to have free to play mechanics inside Star Atlas, if they want to hire new studios to create gameplay loops, the Star Atlas DAO will have this power. They will be the owners of the overall Star Atlas project and will bring this guidance to how the game and the overall project that is Star Atlas, how it should move forward.
And Jose, in the future, even having the possibility to actually fire Automata, which is
Yeah, bro.
current Strat
That's
developer.
one feature as well, right?
That's
Because
an example that I
Hold on,
love
hold
to
on.
hear.
Don't
yeah,
fire me, bro.
Well, man, you know how it is. It's the DAO. It's the people.
bro, it's the power of the people, bro.
Power to the people.
But yeah, like the DAO will have all these powers. Most of those features they are lined up in the Star Atlas white paper and economic paper. So if you have any doubts or do you want to know any details, all of those things are established there. And I don't want to spend too much time talking about this because I really want to focus on more near-term utilities and especially in-game utilities.
Yeah, but also
Uh,
before we move,
yeah, go
there's
on, bro.
close to $2 million in the DAO right now.
Exactly, exactly. And right now we are in a
2
scenario of
million? Oh my god, what do we do with that? Or what do they do with that?
Well, that's what we were chatting about.
yeah, you know,
Maybe Pip for Dom and Santi Lambo so we can travel the country.
I mean,
Show
I
us
don't
our
imagine
see
island.
that
why. I don't see why not. That's actually a good idea. Like you
good
get me and
utility.
Dom Lambo. You get me and Dom Lambo. We plotted like we put
Travel the
some.
planet.
Yeah, we put some Star Atlas things in there, like a tufa on one side, a
Oh,
rainbow chi on the other,
yeah,
and
yeah. Star
we
Atlas
go
Rapids
traveling,
Lambo, yeah.
traveling the U.S. Like, yeah, it's marketing. I'm sorry, guys, but
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the wild thing is that right now we still don't have the structures to start this governance, but as you guys are saying, the DAO is packed with funds. And when we do establish that, and we have plans to do this as soon as possible, we'll see this money being put in use to help Star Atlas development and overall project. But another before we move on to in-game utility, another cool thing that we had established, I think a month ago, maybe right, is
Yeah, close.
access to showroom using Polis voting power.
Foundation room.
So yeah, sorry, foundation room, bro. And if you hold enough Polis voting power, I think the threshold is 80k right
Yeah.
now. You are eligible to join Foundation Room. You are able to talk directly with team members. I mean, even outside of Foundation Room, you can get access to team members, but Foundation Room is a special place where you can ask questions about game development. You can bond with Sarata team members, and it's super cool to see that lots of people have been getting their polis just to get access to Star Atlas. So, in a sense, it's just like you are becoming a citizen of this metaverse and joining the construction and helping more or actively on the game design, right? I think this is super cool as well.
Yeah. 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 It's super cool and it's hard. Like I think it's one of the best perks that Star Atlas has, probably. Like just being able to talk directly to team leadership, just tag them and get a reply. You don't get that
Yeah,
anywhere else.
I don't think you get that anywhere else. Yeah, like at least as quick and as efficient as we do here in Star Atlas, right? And one thing that we have been thinking about is that if you guys would like to have other roles associated with the amount of PvP that you hold. So, for example, maybe people who have lots of PvP will get some special roles, and you guys could, I don't know, flex your whale role or something like this on Discord. So if this is something that you guys like, please share in the comments in the Atlas Brew channel. Or if you want to keep your backs hidden from the public, that's also totally fine. But we would love to see opinions on the subject.
Like we could have a police overlord role where if you have over 100,000 or maybe like 500,000 voting power, you you get that role, and maybe
Yeah,
like a politician if you have over 1 million.
Jesus. That's some serious PvP. Planet taking PvP level.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think if we should do that or not. I will use
Yeah.
all my polis, Lordo says. I don't buy that. I think Lordo has more than 3 polis.
Me neither, bro. Lordo surely had more. But yep, that's one thing. And now I'd like to bring the conversation to Polo's utility in game, which personally is one of the things that I'm most looking forward in Star Atlas. You guys already know about two different places where Polish voting power influences the game. One of them is the faction DAO, and the other one is the regional DAO. Faction and regional DAOs are levels of politics inside the world of Star Atlas. You guys have already got acquainted with the different sectors that we have in Gallia so far, and the regional and faction DAOs are basically the political organization of those places. So, for example, if you and your political group holds enough police to seize the control of the regional DAO, you guys will be the ones giving the cards of how the rule of law plays in that system. You guys can establish taxation, you guys can ban some goods from trading, you guys can even influence the local marketplaces and things like that. And if you are so bold to go for the faction DAO level, you can even establish general rules by your whole faction. So for example, you can prevent regional DAOs from setting taxes above 10%. You can you can decide on foreign policy, so you can declare war. Let's say if you are an Ooster, you can declare war on the Mud faction or the Oni faction, and lots of others different utilities. You can call out to start some faction-wide projects, things like establishing the conquest of sectors and things like that, giving faction-wide bonus for your campaign. So those are very powerful tools. Like if you manage to rule any DAO, you have a seizable power inside the Star Atlas game, and that's why politics is a layer in itself inside Star Atlas, and one that I foresee that once it gets started will be very entertaining one. Um, but today, those things they are still a little far in the future, right? If you guys check our roadmap, you guys will see that the politician career, which is the, let's say, the first version of this world of Polis gameplay, is the last career to be implemented in Star Atlas. And the reason being is because politics is such an overwhelming world, it has such an impact in every one of the other gameplay loops, that we need to have a feeling, we need to have a hold on how everything else works, so we don't unbalance the game by adding the politician career, the police political gameplay. But that's not to say that we can't get theory crafting on other types of in-game utility, and maybe even on a V0 idea, something that might be close to what happened with Sage V or even Sage Labs, and maybe something just to get us started as Polis holders on the complexity and depth of how the Polis game would work in Star Atlas. So, uh, I have been thinking about this topic a lot, and again, this is not to say that this is going to happen or this is the roadmap, but this is something that we have been discussing internally, things that we could do to get started on the Polis game, and I actually come with an idea of a gameplay for you guys to discuss with me, for us to think about here in Star Atlas.
Take notes,
So,
guys.
that's not alpha, this is just theory crafting, guys.
Yeah, no, it's
So,
theory crafting.
yeah, it's purely theory crafting. So let's get started thinking about how we could start the political world in Star Atlas. As you guys know, in the future interactions of Sage, we will have territory conquest, we'll have star bases, we'll have war in Star Atlas. So we'll have the start of the economical gameplay loop with the supply chains as we see it right now, and we'll have the beginning of combat, allowing for territories to be conquered, star bases to be destroyed, and an all-out war happening in the backstage of Gallia. So I decided to try to mingle in this already complex environment another layer of gameplay. A layer of gameplay that could influence both the economic layer and the combat layer without being game breaking or being too OP or something like that. And that's when I started thinking about something that I'm calling Astropolis. And what is Astropolis? Astropolis is basically trying to measure the public support of the different populations of Gallia uh, through the Polis PvP that players have. So, for example, the objective of this gameplay loop is to gauge players' ability to influence the populations of the star systems of Gallia. How would this happen, like for now on my theory crafting? Uh, every player has their PvP value, and that PvP value would get you a certain amount of Polish voting power to use in the different territories of Star Atlas. So, for example, let's say that I have 500,000 PvP. That would allow me 5,000 PvP points to use to influence the round of the Polish game in Star Atlas. And every territory in the game, everything that you guys see in Sage Labs right now, they would start with 0 PvP applied to them. And players would need to lock their PvP, that PvP token that represents the Polish voting power, in different zones to try to acquire the support of the population of that star system. If your faction holds the most amount of PvP in that sector, that would mean that the population of that sector would be supporting your faction for that round. So, for example, let's say I'm an Ustur and I get together with the people from the Ustur and say, guys, we want to invade Vega Fall on the Mud territory. So let's try to get the population of Vega Fall support by locking our polis there. And then I would get together with my faction and would lock for that round PvP in that territory. The interesting thing about this game that would make it more than a simple measurement of PvP between players is that no one in the game would know how much Polis is locked in each one of the territories. So you'd lock blindly your influence in a star system and hope that your faction ends up with more influence in the different star sectors of Star Atlas. But there's some mechanics to make this interesting. So, for example, if you start locking very early, every round would have 10 days. And the earlier you lock your PvP on one of those territories, the bigger the multiplier of your PvP would be. But by the end of the time, when it's really close to the day of the end of the round, people would be able to know how much PvP is locked in each one of the regions. And then if you hold your PvP until the end of the days, you'd have a smaller multiplier, but you could try to tip the scales towards your faction. And
So just
what would...
let's go to the beginning, bro. So we make
Okay,
sure that people are understanding it
sure,
before we get on the math.
yeah,
I want to make sure that people at least got a grasp of it. It's
sure,
basically the idea is you have it's a new uh, gameplay mode where you have
yes,
the galley expanse, so it's the same as Sage
yeah,
Labs.
it's
Say
the Sage Labs map, yeah,
it's the
same
Sage
map.
Labs, but the thing here will be that you conquer territory based on your PvP and how much PvP you commit to certain star bases and territories, right?
No, the conquest happens through military power. What we're talking about here is how the population of that territory responds to your faction. So, for example, let's say that you don't own Medium Risk Zone 28, so it belongs to another faction. But you want to take that place for your faction. You want to attack Medium Risk Zone 28. And if you want, what you want is to make it easier for you to invade the place. So what you do is that you get the population support through Polis voting power to help you conquer that star base. And if your faction, even if you don't own that territory, but your faction is the biggest Polis holder in that territory for that round, you get the faction that's trying to defend against you will get a debuff. So this would work as small buffs and debuffs based on the Polis voting power uh, that is distributed to each one of the zones. You know, that would be the essence of the game. You
Why
try to...
why is it not a Wales game? Benny is asking.
Yeah, it's not a whale game because first of all, you don't know how much PvP is on each one of the zones. Like you deposit, you know how much you deposited, but you don't know how much other players deposited on each one of the zones. It's more of a coordination of action. Like the faction that can get the most support and can get together and strategize better to allocate their police voting power would be the one to get the most benefit from this. And to try to tip the scales of this game, that's why we have the multiplier on the equation. If you really want to get uh, if you really want a territory to be conquered, you'd go and lock your police early. But if you want to be free to adapt to the situation of how the political scenario is moving in Gallia, you'd hold your PvP until the last day, and then you'd be able to try to chip the scales. Uh,
There are a couple questions, Jose. There are a couple
yeah,
questions. Anthony said, "How would you not know, but at the same time also know who is winning?
yeah,
How do you know you're
that's
winning?"
that's one of the interesting parts of the game. The round would have 10 days. So up to the 50th day, no one knows anything about each other's allocations of polis. On the fifth day of the round, there would be a screenshot of the amount of PvP allocated by each one of the factions in each one of the zones. So we'd get this first information on the 50th day. But by the 50th day, the positive multiplier of your PvP is gone. So the players who still have the polis, they would need to adapt based on this new information. And by the end of the round, you can use the polis to try to tip the scales and change how the distribution of polis is under each one of the ecosystems.
Okay. Sudo says you're forgetting that we are on blockchain. Nothing is hidden on it yet, unless you wouldn't do it on chain. I
Yeah,
think there are ways to hide it.
there are
actually.
ways to hide those gameplay mechanics, and I think that I need to write this down so players can check this so much, like check the idea. But the concept is basically trying to influence the populations of Gallia through the use of polis. Because right now with Starbased, we'll have a economic battlefield, we'll have the military battlefield, but we also what I want to add is a simple tier of political battlefield that could influence the other two layers. Trying to maybe tip the scales of the combat and economy in some degree by providing buffs and debuffs by the amount of commitment to political influence that each one of the factions will have in each one of the sectors of Gallia.
Yeah, I think what we can do, Jose, is we put together the Google Doc and we share it here after the brew.
Yeah,
We can take a look at the idea.
yeah, exactly. I think this would be cool. And of course, would be also looking forward to hearing ideas of how you guys would love to see Polis used in game to influence how the game works, like any mechanics that would use Polis as a reference to work in game. I would love to see ideas or concepts like that as well.
Crazy ideas on how to use Polis in game. Let's see. I think I'm not sure if
Yeah,
this.
I think Icy got the concept. Would be cool if it's an oppressed population will help fight to conquer the zone. That's basically the concept here. Let's say you are an Ustur and you have the control of a territory and you have the support of the population in the Polis battlefield as well. That would translate in, let's say, NPC troops maybe helping you or maybe a buff to the defenses of that sector and things like that. You know, uh, that would be the general idea of how this could play out. You know.
Anthony is making some pretty cool points. Hiding it is totally possible, but once it's revealed, it's revealed. So PvP will want to place the second. So PvP will want to place the second the new round starts, and if a faction wants to win after that, they will need a ton of polis. It does feel like a whale game. Why not
Yeah,
leverage the crew system in labs, where instead of PvP you have to have a crew like for crafting, and instead of crafting you could boost your faction via community service.
yeah, that's already happening, Anthony. Like the crew members, they already work in the economic loop of Starbase. They already impact the development of the Starbase. They will also be necessary to flying the fleets to defend your territory. What happened here, and how I feel this is not a whale game, is that first of all, Gali is huge. We have 51 different territories. And you can be the biggest whale in the universe, but you won't be able to defend or attack 51 different positions. You need other people. You always need other people in Star Atlas, and you need to coordinate with your faction. And if we add multipliers, and we add guilds, gameplay, because politics is in essence a communitary gameplay loop, I feel that we can turn things around pretty interesting. We can get guild alliances trying to protect some points of Gallia while other groups try to gain some social influence in other points of Gallia to attack. So I feel that in essence these systems allows for some flexibility on that front. You know, I feel this would be actually very entertaining, and the whales would need like they can't go against their own faction. This wouldn't benefit them, and players together they can have a real impact because Galia is enormous, and you can get together with your friends and try to go after one zone or another.
Yeah, yeah. It also incentivizes more polis holders to stake their polis to help influence Gallia. Yes.
Exactly, exactly. Only Polis that's locked can be used to to influence the fate of Gallia, to influence the populations in the game. So yeah, that's the idea. It's also to give players who have their polis locked the power to influence the game scenario, you know? And I feel that by creating this system, we can also bring some balance to, let's say, the combat and economic loops. Because sometimes one faction will be very strong in the military front, but maybe you can diminish this influence through to political gameplay. You know, I feel this would be very interesting. We can even see scenarios where, and another cool stuff that could happen is that you can try to acquire influence in the votes of other factions, and we will see lots of problems with multi-faction guilds on that front. That would also be quite entertaining to see and bring lots of chaos to the political battles inside Star Atlas.
Yeah.
Antonia is asking, how would you protect against flash loan swings? That doesn't work in Star Atlas, friend, because uh, the minimum amount of time that you can log polish gets you a very low multiplier. So, for example, if you have 1000 polis and you lock it for 2 weeks, I guess it's the smallest locker, right? You get a 0.005 multiplier. That's what it is. So basically, you wouldn't have any influence in the game. One thing that I think that's very cool about the Polish locker is that it gives huge bonus for people who locks for long periods of time. So even players that don't have so many polis, they can make a huge impact in gameplay wise by having one of the biggest multipliers. And that's another mechanic that added together with the multiplier that I'm already thinking about in Astropolis, I think that would make people have a real impact in the gameplay loop.
Yep. Yep. I think Jose again. We should probably post the Google Doc for people to take a look at the idea, and maybe after the brew, or
Yeah,
probably we maybe need to clean that up a little bit in case it has some alpha.
too much alpha.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, I'll take a look and see if we can post this later. But I would love to see have people inputs and discussions around this document. It should be
yeah.
interesting to see.
And we posted in the governance channel. We
Yeah,
posted in the governance channel.
awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. But I also wanted to give some time for people to, if anyone has ideas of like, what would you do with Polis? How would you give a Polis utility, both short term or long term? Um, would be awesome to hear some ideas. I think I have a very basic idea on how to give Polis utility. I think in the UI5 game, there definitely needs to be a skin color that you can only get if you have a certain amount of PvP. Let me tell you that.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. like something like a cape of a politician, something that just politician people with polis. Maybe we can even tie this to leveling up the politician career, so people see that that guy is an ambassador, that guy is a politician. I think that
That
would be
guy is
super fun.
important, you know. That guy is involved. Yes.
Yeah, I I really like recognition by sight is one of the biggest perks of having skins and assets and powers. So yeah, that surely would be super cool. Like I totally see people wearing those skins so other players can recognize them as politicians.
Would you wear the cape that farmer posted in the chat? Is that how you're gonna
Bro,
uh,
no, no,
have more
that's not. Oh Jesus Christ, bro.
content?
People will see me doxing pretty soon. It's on the video that Hano posted, that Dominic's going to
Oh
post.
no,
There's
you're doing this,
guys,
Jose.
pay attention. It's around minute 26, I guess. You see the closest thing to me doxing Star Atlas right there on that video.
Minute 26.
Yeah, it's around minute 26, I guess.
So Tony shared an idea. Each faction should have an NPC army that can be deployed through PvP.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah,
think about that, Jose?
I think that's the current design. I think that's the current design for when we have regional DAOs and faction DAOs. Uh, when you hold the DAO, you'll be actually also holding the military power that protects your region, that's funded by the faction taxes and things like that. So yeah, that's super aligned with our vision of how this is going to play out in Star Atlas.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be cool. Polis impacting how people react to you. Yeah, maybe if there are like AI NPCs, the AI NPC can, I don't know, look at you and know how much Polis stake you have, and they will treat you differently. You know?
Man, that would be super fun actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you are a governor, like the NPCs are all bowing to you. Or maybe they hate government, so they are throwing tomatoes at you. But either of those two things would be super cool from NPCs. I like this concept.
Yeah. Uh, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Uh, maybe we can post the video, and maybe we can see
Oh,
people's
you want the
reactions.
dogs?
Yeah, I wanna docs. I wanna see the. I really want people see the thing that I'm talking about.
All right, I posted it.
Oh wow. Look at this.
GG,
Look at the synergies here, bro. Look at how fast we are. We only have to say it. It's
bro.
live. Dom, I think you should stream
Dominic.
the part where they
Yeah,
say
bro.
that.
Yeah, bro. Share my
Do you want
doxing,
to?
bro.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Bro, it's allowed. I permit.
You permit it? Okay, as long as you permit it. All right.
Guys, this is a moment in
Get
time.
ready, guys. Get ready.
Has to load. Hold on.
Too
I don't
much
know why
power.
my
Takes a while
internet
to load.
is not loading. Oh, I think I
Sheesh.
got it. Oh, here we
Much
go.
voting power, bro.
Too much power.
All right, here we go. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Let
Yeah.
me reshare as well, so no one loses this epic moment.
Look at how good Dominic Bain is.
Bro, my
Look at
boy is
those
looking
eyes.
clean. Look at
Look
those
at
eyes, bro.
those eyes.
I'm
Bro,
glowing, man. I'm glowing
He's
out here,
staring
man.
at my soul.
bro,
That's
I
the
would
bull
love
market.
to
That's the
lose
bull market
myself.
glow. That's the bull market glow right there, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm almost losing myself in that ocean, bro.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Play it, bro.
All right.
Let's see.
All right. This is. Oh my.
Look at
Bro,
Jose. Look at
bro,
Jose.
No.
look at that back, bro.
Look at Jose.
Bro, that's right there. That's me, boys.
Why is
Jose
this
talks.
Hunting,
Ooster so
hunting,
swole, dude?
hunting, bro.
This Ooster is so swole,
Bro,
dude.
that my boy's big, bro. He also got 83 kilos of muscles, guys. Of muscles.
I say it in the video, but the reason why we show this is because we were watching the Metaverse Explorer video, and he was like, "Why are they only doing humanoid characters or these like skinny humanoid characters? I want like
Yeah,
a big Ooster." And I was like, "Hano, we're working on that, right? Like, why don't we show it?" And then here we are.
guys, Big Ooster is mad at Ooster, boys. That's all I have to say. Can you do it again, Dominic? Like, one more time? Just so we can see all his glory?
Yeah, it's a good. Look at that. Look at that boy.
Why
Big
are
boy.
Rooster so cool? I'm actually going to fight a fight
Bro,
internally.
Oosters are the best, man.
I'm gonna fight a fight internally to
The
make
video's on
Roosters
Twitter. Oh no, it's
lamer.
not. Oh my god, not yet. I didn't post it yet. See, you saved my job. I just posted it.
Nice. Yeah,
Anyway,
easier to hit on FPS. That is true.
maybe
That is
tankier in
true.
FPS though. You know, who knows, bro? That's gonna be the that's gonna be the most complicated thing about balancing the game. Is usually, I mean, we talked about this before. Is the smaller the character model, the smaller the hitbox, which means you're gonna get hit less, which means more broken, which means you need balancing. Um, yeah, it's
Man,
we'll see how it gets
Bro, people are saying
bro,
they posted on
you
YouTube before, on Twitter before
you
you
know,
though.
that's on me. Listen, man, I'm over here talking about it in the Atlas Brew. Give me a break.
yeah, no. It's okay to spoil here first.
Yeah, you get the alpha. You can't have everything. Like the alpha and it posted at the same time and everything. Nah, nah, nah. Doesn't work like that.
Ooster pepperoni. That's a good like pizza spot. Pepperoni. I like that.
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Oh man, somebody needs to register that.
Oh, Jose, I think you're sharing
Uh,
Discord.
Gee.
You can stop your
Oh yeah,
stream.
guys. You have if you're watching the Jose stream, you had to right click and mute because he was streaming from Discord.
Sorry, guys.
That happens. That happens. Oh, he liked the echo. Okay, okay.
Oh man, and we forgot to talk about a very important topic, man. The future of the Polis DAO after the rewards
What
were
happens?
distributed.
What happens after the rewards are distributed, Jose?
Yeah, so as you guys know, we have a constant reward system for people who are looking Polis right now. We distribute around 50,000 Polis every day for the people who have PvP in the locker. And of course, that Polis is going to end at some point in the game. And one of the coolest things that I have been thinking about that a lot, and we need to think about new mechanisms that incentivizes people to have their polis locked, right? So maybe the future of the DAO in that aspect will be sharing dividends of in-game activity in forms of Atlas. Maybe the DAO will buy ships and other assets in game to generate revenue for the holders. There's a huge universe of things that we could do here. Uh, and this was actually one of the topics that I would love to hear community ideas the most. So if you guys have any ideas on what kind of things you would like to see the DAO doing to give back to the holders in the locker. Would love to hear ideas from community on that front.
Benefits for the holders?
Yeah, something to substitute the Polis that we are getting dropped.
Oh, no more emissions, you mean?
Yeah, when the emissions end. Yeah, yeah.
Dinner
I
with
feel that
Wagner raffle.
if you are in the locker, you get a chance.
You get a chance. Romantic dinner with Jose.
Oh, bro, come on! I have a wife and a dog, bro.
I'm
I
sorry,
can't
man.
go. I can't go having romantic dinners with other people, bro.
Benny wants to take it though.
But yeah, uh, I'll take it too, Benny. But yeah, uh, we need to think about this in the future. It's still a long way ahead, but it's surely something that it would be good to think forward, to prepare for this transition and to keep the appeal to people to keep their police locked in game. Besides, of course, all the other things like the regional DAO, the faction DAO. I think there needs to be something for the governance of the overall Star Atlas.
Yeah, but I think at that instance, like the regional DAOs, um, they are gonna have like such a huge role that people will be incentivized to just look at the faction DAO and the regional DAO. Like
Yeah,
PvP will become really important. So you look
that's
it
true.
more just for the PvP and the in-game benefits it brings to you rather than police rewards, you know?
No, absolutely. That's a huge actually that's a huge question in terms of project. Like we want to have people that are not gaming, not gamers inside Star Atlas holding PvP or be incentivized to hold PvP, or we just want to make this an in-house feature where people just look forward to the in-game impacts of holding Polis. This is actually a very interesting discussion that we need to have as a community.
Yeah, 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 true, true. Police select allows voting on the buffs for the territories. You want 5% buff in PvP or PvE next round? Do you want 5% faster crafting, one less copper for ammo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Anthony,
yeah,
that's
in the
the
regions, right?
yeah, that's basically the utility that I had in mind for this V0 of Polis PvP system. Small buffs that could tip the balance of a military battle or that helps out on the economic front. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much the rewards that we would have if you win the political battle in one of the factions territories.
I have another one, Jose. And let me know
Tell me,
what you
bro.
think about this. This is maybe like a crazy idea, but on the topic of do we want non-gamers to have impact on the DAO? What if there are ways for you to get PvP, maybe not Polis, or maybe Polis as well, but PvP for time played in the game or achievements in game. So if you're a gamer that just gets started, you can climb in the PvP ranks just for playing the game. I think Mustache didn't like the idea.
Yeah, I mean there is in the white paper of Star Atlas, there is the possibility of winning police by doing certain quests and certain activities. But one way, I really like the concept of having police intertwined with gameplay, and even to prevent whales from dominating the game. And I think that the key to prevent that is the police station crew members. I don't know if you guys were here when we had a brew discussing that specific point, but my idea for that is that your crew member that is a politician, he can only use a certain amount of your total PvP. And as you level him up, he get access to more PvP that he can use on while voting or while participating in the regional DAO and the faction DAO. So this way would gate the use of PvP to leveling up in game. That's a way to balance things up that I think it's something that's super cool that we could do.
Yeah, and I think we discussed this idea, right, in a brew.
Yeah,
I
yeah, we
remember.
spoke about this. Yeah,
Yeah. So basically, you have, in order to be able to use all your PvP in a region, you will have to have your crew leveled up in the politician career. So you have to play the game in order to be able to have political influence, or buy that crew member from the marketplace from someone who leveled
exactly,
it up. Uh,
exactly, exactly. That's that way we can balance the whales because then you can have all the PvP in the world, but you can just put them in game to use if they have crew members with the level and training in the politician career.
yeah, PvP landing, I see. I remember this being a spicy topic back then.
Yeah, that's a very good topic as well for discussion. We should have spoken a little more about that.
Yeah, PvP landing.
Maybe we can organize another brew on the topic, not necessarily the next one, but in the future, and we bring out those topics. And I promise to bring the Google Doc with the ideas of Astropolis more detailed for people.
Yep, yep. I think the community wants. Well, let's see if you guys want. Do you guys think we should have a part two of this brew, where we get more in depth on the different topics that we discuss, like PvP lending, like the idea that Jose had,
Politician career, Astropolis.
yeah, politician career.
Yeah, I think people are interested.
I think they want it for sure. Polis is important. I agree. I agree. Don't sell your Polis to BlackRock. I'm joking.
Don't sell your Polish to BlackRock.
I'm, I'm joking, BlackRock. Don't come after me.
Yeah, bro, don't mess with them, bro. We want you here, safe and sound.
Yeah, it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a
Yeah,
joke.
guys. But yeah, I need to go to a meeting, guys. So I think we need to close now.
Yeah. We can close here. Reminder, guys, to go and watch the video navigating Star Atlas episode number 2 with Hano. There's a lot of insights in there, and Hano gets really into details on what it takes to build successful characters in a AAA quality game. Um, and he gives the community a little bit of a shout out, I think, at one point. But also, it's very cool to see how someone like Hano, who has, I think he said, over 20 years of experience in building AAA uh, games, and from working in classic studios, like he always did before, had to change and adapt a mindset to be able to be part of like Star Atlas and to understand how Star Atlas works together so much with the community. And they cover it during the video. So I recommend giving it a listen or watching it as well. Uh, it's a great one, guys. So great job, Dominic Bain. Highly recommended watch. With that said, we will have probably maybe next month another brew about Polis, and we'll keep brainstorming all together different ideas that we have. We'll see you on the next one, which is community updates. And as always, if you guys have any updates to share with the community on anything that you're working on, please reach out to me or to Dom, and we'll save you a slot to talk in that brew. That said, I think we can close the Atlas brew here. Just any comments before we close?
No, just want to thank you everyone for theory crafting with us. As you guys know, we are super excited about Polis, so make sure to think about new uses for it and come with content for the next brew.
Yep. See you on the next one, guys. Next
Hey,
Wednesday at
everybody.
the same time.
Bye,
Bye bye.
everyone.
Ciao.